Number 1. Astromechs. Behind the scenes, R2-D2 was a total mess. During the filming of the first Star Wars movie, he crashed into walls almost every time. The crew used clever editing to hide it, but if you look closely, you can still see him wobbling off track. But fans didn't care. R2-D2, the little blue droid from the R2 series, quickly became a fan favorite. He had a dome head, 3 small legs, and a lot of secret tools. His beeps and boops came from baby sounds mixed through machines, and inside the suit/trash can, a person helped him move and shake. Right from the start, R2-D2 showed his skills. In just a few days, he carried secret plans, escaped a ship, rolled across a desert, got sold, found Obi-Wan Kenobi, and helped save a princess. He even flew in an X-Wing during the attack on the Death Star. Through all of this, he was smart, brave, and weirdly loyal. Now here's the cool part. R2 series droids like him were made for ship repair and flight help. They could plug into fighters, handle tools, fix parts, and plan hyperspace jumps. They were around 1 meter tall and spoke using sounds called binary. They stored arms and tools inside small panels. Some even rolled on ball shapes like the BB series. Astromechs did serious work. Even though they looked cute, they were built for battle and rescue. Because of this, many fans started building their own. Some say Star Wars itself is R2's story, told 100 years later, and that's what makes R2-D2 great. Number 2. Self-made droids. Most droids in Star Wars are built in factories, made to serve people without asking questions. But some droids change that. They build themselves. They think for themselves. One amazing example is L337. To begin with, L337 started life as a short little Astromech droid. She didn't stay that way though. She found parts from old protocol droids and used them to upgrade herself. She gave herself legs so she could stand tall. She kept adding more pieces until she became a brand new kind of droid. Her model was now completely unique, a mix of different machines. But here's what gets wild. L337 is the first known droid in Star Wars to call herself a she. She believes droids should be free and not owned by anyone. She stood up for her rights and refused to be controlled. She even had a strange love connection with Lando Calrissian, her pilot. After she was destroyed in battle, her mind was uploaded into the Millennium Falcon, so now she lives on as part of the ship's brain. Just like L3, another droid, named 4-LOM, broke free from his programming. He started as a regular protocol droid, but didn't want to stay that way. He gave himself a bug-like metal head, added new parts, and became a bounty hunter. That means he chased bad guys for money across the galaxy. Self-made droids like these are rare. They show us how smart, brave, and independent droids can be if they're allowed to grow. Number 3. Security droids. Some droids are built to fix ships, some are made to help pilots, but others are built for one thing only: security. These droids are big, strong, and not easy to mess with. One of the best-known security droids is K2SO. This droid was once part of the Empire. He belonged to the KX-series, which was built to guard places and stop intruders. KX droids were tall, fast, and very strong. They could crush enemies with one hand, but something different happened with K2SO. He was captured by the Rebellion, reprogrammed, and turned into a hero. Now, working for the good guys, K2SO became Cassian Andor's best friend. Together, they went on missions to fight the Empire. In Rogue One, K2 helped steal the Death Star plans. He made brave choices, told funny jokes, and didn't back down. He even gave his life to protect the mission. Because of him, the Rebellion had a chance to win. Many other models also served as security droids. The Trade Federation used droids during the Clone Wars. Later, the First Order had KXFO units, while the New Republic used R1 and N5 droids. Some were placed in space stations to keep peace. One model even worked on the Colossus, making sure nobody broke the rules. Security droids may not be cute, but they're important. They guard people, protect ships, and sometimes turn into heroes. Like K2SO, they prove that even the strongest machines can have hearts. Number 4. Assassin droids. In the Star Wars galaxy, not all droids are friendly. Some are built to hunt, fight, and destroy. These are assassin droids, the most dangerous of all. One of the best-known models is the HK-87. First things first, the HK-87 droid was made to kill things. It looked like a human and could move quickly, jumping on rooftops and flipping in the air. Its head was curved and full of wires and tubes. Some had red arms and light-colored bodies. They usually wore cloaks and carried blasters. They also spoke in a deep voice using a strange alien language. These droids served as guards and fighters. Magistrate Morgan Elsbeth used 2 of them to rule the city of Caladan on the planet Corvus. Each droid had the symbol of the Galactic Empire's 7th Fleet on the side of its head. They were strong, smart, and loyal to whoever controlled them. Now take a step back. Other assassin droids were even more wild. The famous IG-88 was seen briefly in Empire Strikes Back. Then came IG-11 from The Mandalorian, who was fast, deadly, and even funny. After being reprogrammed, he became a nurse droid and gave his life to save Baby Yoda. There were also other types, like the SDK-4, BT-1, and IG-86. All of them were made for battle, but the HK-87 stands out with its cool design, crazy flips, and deadly moves. It shows why the assassin droids are feared across the galaxy. Number 5. Medical droids. When someone gets hurt in Star Wars, medical droids are the ones that come to the rescue. One of the most famous is the 21B model. These droids are built to fix all kinds of injuries, even really bad ones from, lightsabers or monsters like the Wampa. Right from the start, the 21B is super smart. It can check your health, find what's wrong, and use special tools to treat you. These droids can even help regrow body parts in a Bacta tank, which is, healing liquid. It can give people robot hands like it did for Luke Skywalker. Moving along, the 21B has modular arms. That means it can switch tools to meet what the patient needs. One minute it's holding a scanner, and the next it might be doing surgery. This makes it one of the most helpful and versatile droids in the galaxy. Let's not forget the strange moments, though. A 21B droid was there when Padme gave birth, and it reported she died of a broken heart. That's still a mystery. Later, another 21B had to watch Leia kiss her brother. Also weird, right? Even with the awkward moments, the 21B medical droids are true lifesavers. They work hard, stay calm, and help people heal fast, no matter how strange things get. Number 6. Mouse droids. It might look small, but the MSC-6 droid, also called the mouse droid, has a big job in the galaxy. This box-shaped little machine rolls around on 4 wheels and is about 25 centimeters tall. At first glance, it seems like a robot vacuum, but there's more to it than that. To begin with, mouse droids don't just clean floors. They can also deliver messages, guide visitors, and do small repairs. Some even help with security or communication. Each droid is built to do one job really well, and that's why they're so useful on Star Destroyers and Death Stars. What happens when more is needed? Great question. Mouse droids can team up in a group, and when they chain together, they can finish more complex tasks by combining their skills. This is super helpful when leading troops or solving problems in big buildings. Let's keep going. These droids beep and hum as they work, which gives them a funny little personality, but they also get scared easily. If confused or frightened, they squeal and race away. Chewbacca once roared at one and it zoomed off in terror. That alone implies that they have feelings and a sense of self-preservation, which is crazy. But here's something wild. If an enemy catches a mouse droid, it can self-destruct. That makes it a brave little machine with a strong sense of safety. Weird. Mouse droids might be small, but they're weirdly smart. Number 7. Probe droids. Out in the galaxy, there's one droid the rebels really don't want to see, and it's the Imperial probe droid, also called a probot. This droid was made to search and spy. It was first seen in The Empire Strikes Back, floating on the ice planet Hoth. That's where it found the secret rebel base. Let's look closer. The probe droid is about 2 meters tall. It hovers above the ground using repulsor lifts and moves with silenced thrusters. That means it's fast, quiet, and perfect for sneaky missions. It even travels across space using hyperdrive pods. That way, the Empire can send it almost anywhere in the galaxy. There's even more though. Probe droids have motion sensors, ultraviolet scanners, and many camera eyes. All of this helps them find people, ships, and bases. If they do spot something important, they send a message back to the Empire using a HoloNet transceiver. That's how the Empire finds its targets. Now here's the scary part. These droids come with a blaster for defense. If they get caught, they don't just run away, they shoot. That's what makes them dangerous. Still, even though they're smart and high-tech, they're not very friendly, so maybe stick with a droid that won't blast you for saying hello. Number 8. Power droids, or Gonks. If you ever need power, there's one droid you want nearby. It's the GNK-series power droid, also called the Gonk droid. This droid looks like a walking box with feet. It makes a funny sound that goes gonk, and that's how it got its nickname. Now, here's what it does. Gonk droids are basically walking batteries. They're built to store and give out power. That means they can charge everything from small devices to big starships. You'll see them around spaceports or farms, like on Tatooine. They quietly walk around doing their job, powering up tools and machines. Now, let's keep going. These droids were made by Industrial Automaton and used all over the galaxy. They're slow and clunky, but they're helpful. Some people even use them as small tables or to hold other gear like payment machines. But the story doesn't stop there. In battle, the Rebel Alliance found a new use for them. They turned some Gonk droids into walking bombs. Once activated, they could walk toward an enemy building and explode, which made them more than just battery boxes. Even though they're not fancy, Gonk droids are strong and dependable. They might be loud and boxy and, funny looking, but when your ship runs out of juice, they're your best friend. Number 9. Battle droids. Battle droids are among the most famous yet disappointing robots in the Star Wars universe. They're made to fight in wars instead of humans, but they're really not very good at it. The most common model, the B-1 battle droid, is tall and thin. It was built by Bacta Armor Workshop and designed to look like the Geonosian species. These droids are mass-produced to save money and can be found all over the galaxy. Despite their numbers, B-1 battle droids don't have the best skills. They can be knocked down easily and often can't shoot straight. Their famous catchphrase,
Roger, 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 roger,
makes them sound even more useless, but that's all part of the plan. In The Phantom Menace, George Lucas made them weak on purpose so that they could later be improved in Attack of the Clones. Still, they never became much of a real threat. Later models like the B-2 Super Battle Droid are tougher and stronger. These droids have better armor and weapons, like dual laser cannons. However, they still aren't perfect. Some battle droids even develop their own personalities in the Clone Wars series, which gives them more life and humor. Despite all the improvements, battle droids are mostly seen as cannon fodder in the galaxy's wars. Still, they're an important part of the Star Wars story. Number 10. Protocol droids. Protocol droids are often seen as helpers who translate languages and provide etiquette advice. They're humanoid in shape and are great at understanding different cultures and forms of communication. Despite this, they don't always seem to be very useful. The most famous protocol droid is of course C-3PO, who speaks over 6 million languages, but his skills are rarely needed. For example, in the Star Wars saga, he doesn't even translate the beeps and boops of R2-D2, even though everybody already understands him. Despite being highly skilled, C-3PO is often seen as more of a burden than a helper. In The Rise of Skywalker, he couldn't even translate the Sith language without a memory wipe, which made his abilities seem even less impressive. One of his most famous moments is in Return of the Jedi, when he attempts to translate for Jabba the Hutt. But the truth is that both Jabba and Luke already understood each other, so it seems like protocol droids don't always have much of a use in the galaxy, even if they were built by baby Darth Vader. Other protocol droids, like 4-LOM, who became a bounty hunter, show that these droids can have more personality than just being assistants. They can have the freedom to change their own identities. Still, most protocol droids seem to be stuck in their roles, like C-3PO, who was once found abandoned on a junk heap. And those are the droid types of the Star Wars universe. What do you think? Which one's your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss these deep dives and strange lore. We'll see you in the next video.